We're talking bikes this evening. The road racing legend that is John McGuinness is here in the studio this evening to bring some speed and excitement to Friday sport, because I have often been accused in the past of being dull as dishwater by my two listeners. John, how much do the classic bikes mean to you personally?
Yeah, it's just sort of what I read about, what I grew up with, what I listened to from my parents. You know, all the classic bikes, the MVs, the Hondas, the patterns, all these different exotic machines, and we're riding them now. We're bringing them all back alive, and it's nice. You know, it's not when you're riding the modern bikes, the bikes with 220 horsepower and they do 200 mile an hour. Sometimes, you know, that they're sometimes on top of you, and you're not really on top of them. So these classic bikes for us, it's a bit more chilled, it's a bit more slower pace, and you feel like you're in a bit more control of them as well. So not as scary, but definitely fun to ride. And you know, when you're hurtling around this place, you know, 37 3/4 miles on any sort of motorbike, it's just it's great fun. But you know, to get all these bikes out, 2 strokes, 4 strokes, you know, when you walk around that paddock, there's all sorts of different machines, and you know, I remember them as a kid and read about them in the books, and they're all come alive over these next couple of weeks.
Is it nice, I suppose, kind of harking back to yesteryear and getting to grips with a bike that perhaps has a special resonance with you from when you were growing up?
Yeah, it is. You know, I've over the last couple of years at this event, I've ridden some amazing bikes. You know, I got to ride Mike Hailwood's original 1978 TT winning Ducati. You know, and that drew grown men to tears when Hailwood come back after 11 years and won on it. And when I rode the bike, I was like, my God, is this actually the bike he rode? And it just cemented my, you know, respect even more for people like Mike Hailwood and the boys at the time, because I thought genuinely it was quite a horrible thing to ride. How he ever did 111 plus mile an hour on it in 1978, I'll never know. But I got to ride, you know, the Hailwood 4 with Agostini a few years ago. I got to ride Steve Islop's Norton 588 rotary Norton. I've ridden some real trick stuff around here, and Roger Winfield's little pattern, fantastic little 500. I won a couple of races on that. I love getting the leg over that and flying around. So for me, I'm such in a privileged position to be able to do it, and you know, and not just about me, the rest of the pack, you know, Lee Johnson, all these other guys, and all riding exotic bikes, and we just have a laugh. You know, the TT for us is sometimes difficult, quite a lot of pressure. You know, it is difficult at times, a lot of PR, a lot of things that are going on. But this event, we're a bit more chilled out, a bit more laid back, if you like. But still, when we get the helmets on, we still want to win. But it's great to make different noises out on the track.
Does it affect your mindset when you get on a bike which does have such a story, such a reputation, such a great history? Because it's so often said you treat every race the same, you get on, you want to win, but it must have different feelings when you get on a bike which does have such great pedigree and has played such a part in motorsport history.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on sometimes. Well, not a lot of pressure, but like Roger's bike, I think the pattern's worth about €80,000, so there's always that on the back of your head. And I slipped off it at Quarter Bridge a couple of years ago, and it was sliding down the road heading towards the wall. I was like, oh no. So I ran after it and picked it back up, and I was so cross with myself and embarrassing myself as well. But I like that Ducati rode at Hailwoods. I mean, that thing's priceless. So as I sat off down Braille, I was like, sort of mixed emotions, really. I wanted to get going a little bit just to get that feeling of what it must have been like for Mike in the day, and also the valuation of it. I didn't want to break the engine or blow it up. So yeah, there's loads of all sorts of mixed emotions, but it's just such a privilege to be able to do it, and I've loved every minute of it. You know, like I say, in the TT, I've ridden all sorts of bikes, and that's where the pressure's on to win. But this one, you know, sometimes with the Derby Festival and the parades that we do, you know, you can just get the helmet on and really, really take in and enjoy the circuit.
And you'll be on board a very special bike from 1992 this year, won't you?
Yeah, I can't wait to ride that. I've actually ridden it before, the rotary Norton 588cc, the White Charger they called it. I think it was voted the best ever race ever in '92. It was wheel to wheel dice with Carl Fogarty, where, you know, the great Steve Islop riding the Norton. I think I was at Rencullen. Me and the girlfriend at the time, Becky, was with my wife now. I think we was sat at Rencullen with our legs hanging over the banking like you can't do anymore, and watch Hizzy pulled pull an amazing victory off. So yeah, I've got the leathers, I've got the Hizzy replica helmet all done and ready to ride. So yeah, and I know there's a lot of other of his top respected rivals and friends all riding RC30s, RC45s, 250s, Ducatis, all sorts of really cool exotic machines are going to be riding around doing the Hislop tribute, and I'm on the Norton, so yeah, looking forward to that one.